picking up some strange readings from the planet's surface.
Take us down, Joker. Lock in on the coordinates.
Negative on that, Commander. The nearest landing zone's 2 clicks away. There is nowhere closer, I've looked!
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Saren is 20.
I can do it.
Joker?
I can do it.
Gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
You two, keep moving inside now.
We have to get inside this bunker before Saren finds the conduit.
There must be some kind of security override somewhere in this complex. My people once tried to find this world. We'd hoped we could settle here. But we didn't know it would feel so unwelcome.
Come, Saren already has a head start. We have to go find him before he reaches the conduit.
What are all those things on the wall? Some kind of containers?
They look like stasis pods. The Protheans probably tried to keep themselves alive through cryogenic freezing. Something must have gone wrong. This bunker became their tomb.
My name is Vigil. You are safe here for the moment, but that is likely to change. Soon, nowhere will be safe.
Why did you bring me here?
You must break a cycle that has continued for millions of years. The Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay. When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed. The Keepers are controlled by the Citadel. Before each invasion, a signal is sent through the station compelling the Keepers to activate the Citadel relay. After decades of feverish study, the scientists discovered a way to alter this signal. When Sovereign sent the signal to the Citadel, the Keepers ignored it. The Reapers are trapped in dark space.
Is there any way we can stop them?
There's a data file in my console. When you reach the Citadel's master control unit, upload it to the station. It will corrupt the Citadel's security protocols and give you temporary control over the station. It might give you a chance against Sovereign.
Saren's got enough of a head start. Grab that data file and let's go.
The arms aren't moving.
Abandon the Citadel! Evacuate the Council!
Critical failures detected across all monitored systems.
Please, get the heck out of Dodge. Cortana commands it.
Whoa! Parking!
Hey, you finally got a chance to flip it! A landing you can crawl away from. It's a good one.
Thus the Mako exits the Mass Effect trilogy. We salute you.
Mm-hmm. We hardly knew ye. I think we should give it a big top tier send-off. Please begin killing everything you see.
So yeah, people on the Citadel are already being turned into... So you notice how we got here.
Yep.
Which is why I asked you to take note of that statue of a mass relay on the Citadel, because it was an actual mass relay.
Guess what?
Yeah.
It was an actual mass relay.
Critical failures.
Important plot point. Thanks, Egon.
Severe system malfunctions across the entire level. All non-emergency personnel must evacuate immediately.
Give me a rundown of the damage.
We have lost all primary power to the level. Environmental controls are not responding. Class 3 fires are burning in sectors 2, 3, 6, and 7. Civilian casualties are high. I am also detecting numerous unauthorized synthetic life forms throughout the station. They are believed to be hostile. Please approach with caution.
Her face is messed up. It's almost like I'm playing an Assassin's Creed game.
What happened to the Council?
In accordance with standard emergency procedures, the Council has been evacuated to the Destiny Ascension.
What about Captain Anderson and Ambassador Udina? What happened to them?
I have no information on the status of specific individuals. Once the current crisis has been resolved, a complete accounting of casualties and survivors will begin.
Where's Saren?
Former Spectre agent Saren Arturius is nearing the vicinity of the Council chamber. A warrant has been issued for his arrest, though Citadel security is unable to respond at this time.
I bet.
Come on! We need to stop Saren before it's too late!
Please begin emergency evacuation procedures. This is not...
Wait, don't we just have to upload it to the computer? Isn't she a computer? I'm confused.
I think she's a separate system. In fact, actually, she's probably not native to the Citadel. She's probably a system put in there by the current Council races. Looks like that guy didn't have a good time.
No.
No. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can change one thing. I think I want to set... I think if I want to set the party to
I think
not...
you want to set a save point. That's what you really want to do.
Squad power usage, defense only.
Oh, so you don't
So I will
mess up your hacking potential?
Yeah, so I will be able to selectively use Tolly's hacking for the Geth.
Because I want to pick.
Okay, and yeah, we'll save. Just in case.
Funny, it says autosave is on, but apparently it seems very Spartan.
There is autosave. Basically, it's when leaving locations. So basically, when you transfer from planet to planet or stuff like that, that's when it saves.
Saves then, but it doesn't save anything in between or your experience there.
So there are, and I should have remembered this, basically, there are no checkpoints in the Ilos mission whatsoever. None.
Yeesh.
I think we may have just gotten one arriving on the Citadel, but I'm not sure. So saving here is a good idea, because I don't know where it'll put me back now if I die. I really don't.
I thought we lost all power to the level. How are the elevators working?
Primary power. These elevators are separate.
Yeah, why are you in a combat stance in the elevator? You too.
Because I didn't put the weapon away. Oh, he's killing keepers.
Wait, doesn't he need those? I'm confused.
No, they're of no use anymore. In fact, they're probably... Yeah.
The Citadel's closing. They're sealing the station.
Don't let the enemy ships inside the arms.
Look, there.
I think we're gonna move out of his way. Oh, yeah, let's see. Nope, too late. Darn it, if we only started closing this last Tuesday, we would have been fine. Here we go again. Wait, weren't we just in space? How are we breathing? Oh, now she's got a helmet. Where'd that come from? She just had it off. So lost.
You have an option to control the character's appearance in cutscenes that forces the helmet to be off, except when it has to be on.
Well, that's confusing.
So it makes the helmet kind of appear to come from nowhere when when these sequences happen. Okay, so we are now on the interior surface of the Citadel, and hello, it's Sovereign.
What up?
And
the reason he is not putting out a massive radiation pulse that will fry our innards instantly.
And this is also a low-gravity environment. Presumably we're sticking to the wall with like magnetic boots or something. What it means is that enemies are more vulnerable to certain biotic attacks that have physic effects, like being thrown around.
Right, because suddenly they'll be floating around and can only shoot at you randomly.
Let's see. Let's try a hack. No, not that one. I want this one so I can see it.
AI hacking.
Yeah, okay, so there you can see that guy who's orange, he's fighting the other ones.
How long does that last?
Not sure.
Oh, did you just shoot him? I think you killed him.
No, that wasn't him. He went off to the right.
Physics!
Watch out for the rockets.
Yeah, those rockets are going pretty slow. Hey, ho, 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 ho! Nice shooting, Tex.
Can't see what Tali's firing at. There's somebody down there.
Oh, whatever it is, she's not letting up, and sooner or later she's going to shoot you in the back. So.
No, if I stay
off, into her line
if I stay off to the left.
Ooh, gut shot. Hey, did Geth have guts? Yeah, for magnetic boots, you can see him, to run around pretty quick.
And Tali also has the overload, which is also good on synthetic enemies. So,
what does that do? Does it make them go boom?
It disables shields, stuff like that.
Oh, okay, to make them easier targets.
Yeah. Okay. There's also Krogan now, though, which is a problem.
Can you make them suicide? Can you make them kill themselves?
Basically, what
what
really helps is to hack some of the Geths so that they will turn around and fight the Krogan for you. So you don't have to fight the Krogan by yourself directly.
Yeah, we really need Rex for this.
Well, I made my choice, I stand by it. The Krogan are tough, though. Whoa. Okay. Okay, got the Krogan. How can I hack this destroyer?
If only the AI understood it was shooting at a wall.
Oh. He's hacked though, but they're still firing on him. Alright, well, now he's dead. Bye.
That kind of word, didn't help with the hacking.
Negative contact, Shepard.
Oh, whoa.
It's like the 4th of July down here. Here's the other thing. I mean, these ships are pretty big, right? I mean, there's a lot of them, and if this was as vital or as necessary as it was, why aren't they simply transporting 100,000 of them between you and where you need to be?
Where? What do you mean?
Well, it's just that, I mean, there's a lot of them. They seem to be expecting you, and yet the actual volume of Geth seems to be, you know, fairly small. They're obviously enough that you can deal with them and defeat them rather easily.
For the same reason every other video game battle is small scale. I mean, come on.
Oh, okay, just checking. It's only because if they, you know, through numerical superiority had, you know, say 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 troops, there's just
maybe
not enough
they
ammunition.
are, and they're fighting Citadel security somewhere else.
Perimeter clear.
Okay, here's the other thing. How can you hear anything? There's no atmosphere.
Yeah, another good question.
Okay. Alright. I thought it was just me. Because you appear to hear ships going over your head and other things inside this now closed structure that was just previously completely exposed to space. Like that thing. It's a troop transport. Yeah, drop ship. Oh, you're gonna turn on the base defenses. Oh, cool.
Yep, turrets. And there's some more of them over here.
Well, it's too bad you can't turn them on before they can deploy. That would have been nice. Very, very nice. The Geth Drop Shock Troopers. GDST.
Oh, okay, this is a problem. Oh, and it's telling me I have no grenades because I used them all on Ilos, I guess.
Darn it! You have a rocket, do you?
No.
Oh, she can use some of her psi abilities and, like, float them up in the air or anything, could she?
Yeah. Let's see. I haven't even been asking Liara to do anything.
Right.
Let's
get her in the...
use
Come on,
lift
Liara, get in the
on
game.
something if I can.
Use lift. Does she have to be in range?
There we go. No,
There
it
we
worked.
go.
It lifted him helplessly into the air, and then I shot him.
Sweet.
Whoa! Ow! Get out of here!
Now it gets fun.
Owie.
Okay, there's another Krogan there. Oh, and another Geth. I don't think that worked. Okay, I got it.
I gotta say,
jeez, another Geth.
The body model and the ragdoll physics and everything and the whole behavior of that is really, really well done.
Yeah, you know, I don't know what engine this is. I know eventually they moved the series to Unreal, but I don't know if this is an older version of Unreal or whether it's something else. Oh, wow. More Geth and more
It's
Geth.
just they're taking into account, you know, where they're being shot. You know, they're spinning their arms and their bodies around. When they go limp in a natural way. Because, you know, we've been goofing on this for quite a while, but we gotta say, yeah, there was a lot of really cool stuff that this thing did over the years.
There's a sense of scale.
Look, he just got gut shot. And he grabbed his gun. That's awesome. I wish more games did that, to tell you the truth. It would seem a lot more natural in combating them and defeating them and even targeting them, even targeting specific things on them to get a certain reaction, you know? That would be advantageous. Unfortunately, the AI is dumb as a stump when it's shooting walls like that.
Ow. Yeah, okay, so the turrets here have been hacked. You have to destroy them. Or actually, I think they're just enemy turrets that have been deployed on the surface.
Oh, quick.
Yeah.
Somebody's arm?
Darn it. And to hear the sniper is, I mean, it's effective, but wow, it's hard to use. Oh, I've leveled up.
Oh, careful, you're gonna shoot her in the back of the head.
It is a risk.
But one I'm willing to take. Oh, did you just shoot her? Did you just
I
shoot Tali
might
in the
have,
head?
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I wonder if she can hack the turret.
Not with a bullet in her skull, she can't. You want to swing or flank around someplace? Because you guys are like bottlenecking this doorway.
No, you can't. There's nowhere to get to, basically.
Really? There's no other cover?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't know. You guys seem totally boned.
Well, yeah. If I come out here, there are literally other enemies that come out after you, though. I mean.
Yeah, but at least you're not all taking rockets in the same position. I mean, you're lower than what they can shoot upon, so this might be better cover. No, Isaiah, I'm almost dead now. I mean, I was much safer back there. Oh, all right. Well, I wouldn't stay right there. In fact, I would get up a little bit and see the riser above this one. I would get up there. Yeah, use this chest high wall, not the other one.
You can't actually duck behind this one, though. You notice how my head is above it?
Yeah.
Because I can't... Well, I can get down below, but I can't shoot.
See, because the rockets are hitting the box, see?
There's still... Oh, yeah, okay, there it is. One turret more.
That's in the back. Yeah, see, the rockets are hitting this box. They can't get at a low enough angle.
He should be aiming higher, but he's not.
Right, exactly. Well, see, that's why I would go here. See, you can hit him. He can't hit you. In the future, you'd think they'd be able to find something that took more than just one, round per chamber. Oh, jeez. Ran right in front of your line of fire. Mount? What are you going to mount?
It wants me to climb up on this. It'll let me climb up on this instead of walking around, but I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, you were standing next to the women there. My mind went someplace totally different. Well, as much as a giant open space can be secured.
Heads up.
Literally.
Oh, by the way, did we leveled up a while ago, didn't we?
I think we did.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything about it.
Oop.
And I probably should save as soon as it'll let me.
Is this really the time to be leveling? We're in the middle of heavy combat with stuff and things.
Let's see. Okay, and that maxes hacking.
Next game, mass hacking. Liara will be ready. Aid open? What are we opening? Oh, we're opening the
It's
door.
a hatch. Yeah. So we're down in another elevator now.
Oh, no,
And we're in the council chamber now.
Hey!
I remember that sequence being longer, probably just because it took me a lot longer to get through that the last first time I did it.
5 levels down.
Oh, okay. Who do we got here?
I don't know. Everyone seems pretty good to me. But of course, very video gamey. You know, after a heavy combat sequence like that, what do they do? They give you a health pack.
Yep.
Because you know what? You're gonna need it. There was only one of them.
No, it was more than one.
Well, she said that's the last of them, and I'm like, no.
Because she can't see them. It's based on their visibility. It's not like a Gears of War thing where it's like, oh, an encounter's over, so it basically just means they don't see anybody.
They can't see me. I can't see them.
No, and I can't. It's still okay. It's
can't
still...
shoot him in the leg. Oh, there you go.
No, you can. You can.
Nice.
I just want to.
Can't save though.
I can save. No, I can save now. I just killed that guy. So there's no enemies nearby, so I can save now.
Definitely need to save. We don't want to go through that again.
Really, I kind of like that sequence. I thought it was fun.
Oh no, not that. I mean, it's just that you don't want to die right here, so that we have to do it again.
Right? Yeah, of course.
I'm sure we will play this many, many, many times in the future.
Oh. Okay. Alright, so maybe I can get Liara to hack one of these guys. Guest Trooper.
I kind of wish you could hack them all, because, you know, reasons.
Yep, there he goes.
Yeah, don't shoot our new best friend. Hey, maybe we can convince them to come over to our side, you know, give them their own room, run the kitchen.
Okay. Yeah, usually the best you hope out of a hacking attempt is that he'll just grab the nearest enemy and they'll kill each other. And that's usually good enough.
Usually best case scenario.
If you're able to hack the bigger ones, you can actually have somebody that will last longer and kill more enemies for you. But you know,
you don't shoot rockets and deploy other weapons.
Yeah, you don't necessarily count on that.
I thought it would be terribly useful if you could get them to self-destruct, so that if they're getting other enemies behind cover, you can simply walk up and turn them into a giant Geth bomb. That would be cool. They do that in the future? Guess he's not that brave. I'm standing out in the open exposed. Okay. Yeah, this could be bad.
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
Had to wipe out a few hundred of your followers along the way. Sorry if I kept you waiting.
You've lost. You know that, don't you? In a few minutes, Sovereign will have full control of all the Citadel systems. The relay will open. The Reapers will return.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You survived our encounter on Vermeer, but I've changed since then. Improved. Sovereign has upgraded me.
You let Sovereign implant you? Are you insane?
I suppose I should thank you, Shepard. After Vermeer, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said. About Sovereign manipulating me. About indoctrination. The doubts began to eat away at me. Sovereign sensed my hesitation. I was implanted to strengthen my resolve. Now my doubts are gone. I believe in Sovereign completely. I understand that the Reapers need organics. Join us, and Sovereign will find a place for you, too.
Sovereign's controlling you through your implants. Don't you see that?
The relationship is symbiotic. Organic and machine, intertwined, a union of flesh and steel. The strengths of both, the weaknesses of neither. I am a vision of the future, Shepard, the evolution of all organic life. This is our destiny. Join Sovereign and experience a true rebirth.
Okay, so here, I have a Paragon option because my Paragon ranking is very high. My Renegade option is nowhere near high enough to do this. And then there are some normal options. Like, for instance, if I didn't have enough Paragon points, then I would have only these options.
Sovereign hasn't won yet. I can stop it from taking control of the station. Step aside and the invasion will never happen.
We can't stop it. Not forever. You saw the visions. You saw what happened to the Protheans. The Reapers are too powerful.
Okay, and here I do, because the threshold for that entry is lower.
Yeah.
Some part of you must still realize this is wrong. You can fight this.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a chance for... The implants. Sovereign is too strong. I'm sorry. It is too late for me.
It's not over yet. You can still redeem yourself.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
Without the extra conversation options, that doesn't happen.
Wow.
You basically are able to
either fight him?
Yeah, you are able to either intimidate him or appeal to his morality, if you'd like, to convince him to shoot himself, but only if you are high enough on either Renegade or Paragon.
You were tempted to say humanity there, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but, you know.
Well, it's funny. You know, so many sci-fis actually fall into that pitfall. But, okay, so he offed himself.
He shot himself.
Oh, so he's not really dead? Well, there's dead and there's TV dead. So the implants repair him, bring him back. You seem to be sauntering slowly to stop this horrible invasion. Isn't time a factor here? Come on, hurry!
Vigil's data file worked. I've got control of all systems.
Quick! Open the station's arms. Maybe the fleet can take Sovereign down before he regains control of the station.
See if you can open a communications channel.
The Destiny Ascension. Main drives offline. Kinetic barriers down 40%. The Council is on board. I repeat, the Council is on board.
Yeah, gee, tell everyone you're a giant target.
Normandy to the Citadel. Normandy to the Citadel. Please tell me that's you, Commander.
I'm here, Joker.
We caught that distress call, Commander. I'm sitting here in the Andurra sector with the entire Arcturus fleet. We can save the Ascension. Just unlock the relays around the Citadel and we'll send the cavalry in.
Are you sure about this, Shepard? Human casualties will be very high if you send your fleet in now.
This is bigger than humanity. Sovereign is a threat to every organic species in the galaxy.
True. That's why you can't waste reinforcements trying to save the Council. You must hold them back until the Citadel arms open up and the human fleet can go after Sovereign.
What's the order, Commander? Come in now to save the Ascension, or hold back?
The situation here is that the Geth fleet is outside the station, and Sovereign is inside. So, if we allow... And all the mass relays right now are locked down. So nobody who's not in the
reinforcements can arrive,
vicinity can arrive. Now, we can open them, and that will allow the Normandy and the rest of the human fleet to come, but they will only be able to fight the Geth. They won't be able to win without being able to defeat Sovereign. So the idea basically is that if we wait until we're able to open the arms, then they could attack Sovereign directly. They'll still have to fight the Geth, of course, but the target will be available. Whereas if I let them in now, they just have to fight the Geth. But then they may be able to save the ship that the Council is on, which is the Destiny Ascension. So here are three options. Save the Council. So come now and save the Council. Let the Council die. This is quite clear, Paragon, Renegade. But then there's the middle way.
Concentrate on Sovereign.
Is to say that Sovereign is the priority. You can imagine which one that's closer to. Because there's certainly no reason to think the Council will live if we don't save them. So the difference between these two is really a difference of interpretation. In other words, are we choosing this solely because it's pragmatic, or are we choosing this because the Council were dicks to us the whole game and we think they deserve it? I think I may have only saved the Council in one playthrough, but I tell you what, I will let you make the call. Yeah.
Oh, geez, you've only actually saved them one. Well, to me, the only real question is whether you save the Council or Conduit and Sovereign, because letting them die, you just know it's just being a jerk. There's going to be terrible repercussions. A lot of people are going to hate you. If we try to save the Council, though, I'm thinking one of two things. Either A, that will solidify humanity in the global or I shouldn't say global, I should say universal community that humanity is willing to take their place among a broader and a larger set of species throughout the galaxy, and they might respect us a lot more and give us more opportunities if we were to show that we will sacrifice themselves to a greater purpose and whatnot. However, not concentrating on the other hand, Sovereign
if
now,
all the aliens in power are dead, you know, humans could move in on them. So
yeah, totally. You know, so that whole thing, it's like, well, if there's no longer a council to hold us back, what's to stop us to expand and take our rightful place as the special species in the galaxy? You know what I mean? So it's kind of a dick move, and I'm not a big fan of that myself. But to me, the other thing is Sovereign. If we concentrate on him now, will we either be able to delay him, whether not focusing on him becomes a problem where later on he becomes too powerful?
Not going to answer. You only have to make a decision based on what we know right now.
So that being
Try not to think about it. See, the problem is a lot of this stuff, people will metagame it, right? And they're not thinking about what should or would. This is really a question of your character.
What do you prefer?
No, it's your character. What would your character do? What is your Shepard like? What is she going to do faced with this choice? Which choice is true to Shepard being the most Shepard, you know, your Shepard can Shepard. With the idea of what your Shepard is like, you know?
So in other words, what would
if you start thinking about, well, the designers can't have made the consequences of this decision be this or that, therefore I can safely choose this option because they wouldn't want to, you know, I try to push away that kind of thinking. So
well, no, I'm just thinking of the direction of where the gameplay is going to go, and if it's in an area or a something I want or don't want to do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Push away the gameplay concern and just have the question here. Basically, is our Shepard the kind of Shepard who wants the Council to die? I think we both agree that probably not. So then the question is our Shepard the kind of Shepard who's going to take the risk to save the Council, even if it makes winning the battle harder? Or is our Shepard a pragmatic Shepard who's going to say there's nothing that's as important as beating Sovereign, even if it means losing the Council?
To me, it's just a timing thing, and like she said, if I think the only thing we can do in the moment is go after the Council.
And she wants to save the Council.
Yeah, I hate to do it, but yeah.
Okay.
Opening the relays now, Joker. We need to save the Ascension no matter what the cost.
I hope the Council appreciates this.
That may be the first time I've ever done this.
Alliance ships, move in.
We better so get a raise. Well, see, the thing is, if you lose them, who's going to control or direct all of your forces and everything everywhere? Because that was something they mentioned before that led to the downfall of the other Protheans. We so better get brownie points for this.
Destiny Ascension, you are all clear. Repeat, you are all clear.
The Citadel's opening. All ships move in. Concentrate on Sovereign.
Make sure he's dead.
So is he going to be back from the dead and pissed? Oh, we can't make sure he's dead from here by shooting him? You know, the shots do travel.
You could shoot the body.
Well, yeah.
That wouldn't really tell you anything.
I don't know. Disintegrate enough of the implants and he should be fine.
He's dead.
Uh-oh. No, they're bringing him back. That's gross.
I am sovereign.
Okay.
On this station.
So we hold this on pause for a little bit. Yeah, so this
Yeah.
is Saren without any of the organic components left. And we can't hack him, I don't think. I think he's immune to that. But
so this is
Tali and I
Robo-Saren.
both have overload, and that's good to use.
Okay, so we got an overload Robo-Saren here.
Yep. And Liara can use warp, and Tali can use sabotage, I think.
What about lift? Would lift be good here? He can't jump around then.
Wow. I think he's used a biotic ability on me to overheat my weapon. Yeah.
Probably a thing. Can you switch guns?
Yeah, but it's still it's the effect is
Oh, it's
on
across
all my weapons.
not an individual. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's really annoying. How long is that gonna last? I try to float him, just so he doesn't start bouncing around like a ping pong ball.
Yeah, let's see. Lift. Where's lift?
I
don't know if it affects
lower
him,
left.
to be honest.
We can try it.
Oh, it does, actually.
See? There we go. There we go. Now plug him full of holes. The shields are about halfway.
Yeah, he's got a lot of shields. And you really do have to use the abilities, if for no other reason than to get some pause. To
Yeah, exactly.
Keep him stopped for a second so you can hit him with something.
Worse than Destiny. Everybody's just warping everywhere.
Yeah, and he gains rocket attacks from somewhere.
Wow, could there be any more camera shake?
Maybe?
Yeah, try lift again. See if you can hold him there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's almost dead. Oh, cutscene. Wait a minute. In the middle of shooting.
Sovereign's too strong. We have to pull back. Negative. This is our only chance. Take that monster down no matter what the cost.
Yeah, why doesn't everybody just fly into it? Oh, his shields were coming back? How did his shields get back?
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Let's see what kind of it. Warp, overload. I'm still good on health. My shields are taking a bit of a beating, but
yeah, you're down by half. Everybody else seems to be fine. Well, accidentally, ours is actually down a bit. Tally's fine. Liara's shields are down. Yeah, it seems just jumping around there like a jackrabbit is just terribly annoying.
Has
Lift
Liara
is up
got a
again.
shield boost? No, she's got barrier.
She's got lift again. He's almost. You can do it. A little more.
Got him.
Oh, yay! So leapfroggy.
Take it easy. It's over. You're safe now. Where's the commander?
See, they gave her a smile at the end.
Finally! Jeez. Only took the whole game.
Captain?
So I don't know, for me, as a player, that's emotionally on a par with like the end of Halo 3. I mean, I really enjoy that sequence.
War against Sovereign and the Geth.
Many humans lost their lives in the battle to save the Citadel. Brave and courageous soldiers who willingly gave their lives so that we, the Council...
Many Bothans died to bring us this information.
There is no greater sacrifice, and we share your grief over the tragic loss of so many noble men and women.
The Council also owes you a great personal debt, Commander, one we can never repay. You saved not just our lives, but the lives of billions from Sovereign and the Reapers.
Commander Shepard, your heroic and selfless actions serve as a symbol of everything humanity and the Alliance stand for.
And though we cannot bring back those valiant soldiers who gave their lives to save ours, we can honor their memories through our actions.
Humanity has shown it is ready to stand as a defender and protector of the galaxy. You have proved you are worthy to join our ranks and serve beside us on the Citadel Council.
Counselor, on behalf of humanity and the Alliance, we thank you for this prestigious honor and humbly accept.
We will need a list of potential candidates to fill humanity's seat on the Council.
Given all that has happened, I am sure your recommendation will carry a great deal of weight, Commander. Do you support any particular candidate?
You get this choice no matter what you do with the Council. But I believe that if the Council is killed entirely, there may be an option to try and get all humans on it.
Wow, that seems kind of a jerk move.
I don't remember. I don't think I've ever chosen that option. But in any case, you get to support one particular character. And the question is whether it's going to be the Ambassador or the Captain.
Anderson.
Yeah, despite...
I'm sorry, there's no question whatsoever.
No,
Ambassador's a jerk.
Yes, he is. And I would normally say that you would want a diplomat rather than a soldier. But the way the game has portrayed these two characters...
Yep, it's not up to me.
Yeah, the Ambassador is kind of a jerk and a little weasel, and the Captain is a decent guy, and so that's the way I always go.
Now, have you done Udina, or have you gone, it's not up to me?
I think maybe I did it
Someone
once.
like Captain Anderson.
Him? You must be joking. Anderson prefers to let his fists do the talking.
Only with you, Ambassador.
Oh, wasn't that funny when I punched you out?
Are you sure about this, Commander? The Captain's a soldier, not a politician.
So they give you a chance to change your mind. Based on this idea that you should, in theory, want a diplomat. And in theory, I would, but not this one.
I'd go with that's the point.
I'd rather have the Captain on the Council than any politician I know.
I think it's an inspired choice. The Council would welcome him with open arms, should he accept.
I'm honored, Counselor. As humanity's representative, I'll do everything in my power to help the Council rebuild.
Sovereign's defeat marks the beginning of a new era for both humanity and the Council.
Sovereign was only a vanguard. The Reaper fleet is still coming. Hundreds of ships, maybe thousands.
Maybe millions.
And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
Even if it takes me 2, 3, possibly 4 games to do it.
No, just 3.
Shepard's right. Humanity is ready to do its part. United with the rest of the Council, we have the strength to overcome any challenge. When the Reapers come, we must stand side by side. We must fight against them as one. And together, we will drive them back into dark space.
So what did you think?
Nice beat, easy to dance to. I give it an 8.5. No, actually, that was a good game. It got much better for me later on. So yeah, so I guess I would say for me it was definitely a slow burn. You do spend a lot of time. Hey, here's a probe. Hey, here's a box. Hey, here's that room that we saw again. Here's that room again that we just left.
Yeah.
So other than that, I do like some of the decision-making mechanics. I definitely like the model performance, as I mentioned before, and how things fall down and react and move and behave. Mako has some goofy things with it.
Yeah, that's true.
But other than that, no, that was a cool game. I probably would have liked, except for the combat mechanic itself, which I think that they fixed in later titles. That was the only thing that probably would have irked me a little bit.
Yeah, it very much feels like you're driving the Mako and doing the combat. Very much feels like you're struggling with something, and it's a lot like playing a game like
it's too totally realistic in some things and not unrealistic in ones that help it go smoother. You know,
I just meant the fighting the controls. Like Silent Hill has almost intentionally bad controls, like the design decision in Resident Evil that says you can't aim and move
at the same time
because they want to emphasize the threat, and they want to. So this basically, like when you zoom in the sniper, it waves around a lot, and it's very slow to move, and the zooming in and out and smooth. It's not the smooth as butter, quick and responsive stuff that you get from Halo or even Destiny, which is like Halo on turbos. You go back and play Halo now,
or even a Call of Duty game or any other FPS.
It really does feel like you're fighting with it, and a lot of the threat comes from the idea that you're not able to simply wreak your will upon everything the way you would like to. It's not about winning with style points.
You don't feel that connectivity as if you're controlling every aspect.
But
you know what? I think the big question, but I think the big question is, does it make me want to see more? Do I want to play more? And to be honest, I'm far more curious about where this is going than I ever did before. None of the trailers and none of the other gameplay I had seen had really struck a chord to me to say, you know what, that's a game I have to and want to play. And it had gone through several reiterations and several titles, because I tend to I very, very rarely grab things or gravitate towards things in the time that they happen. I'm never first online with things. I'm never one first with a television series or a movie series or even a game series when it first comes out. I tend to say, well, great, this is a new TV show. Call me at season 3. When it lasts long enough for there to be an investment that's worth it to me, I'll do it. Same thing with music. I'll get into an album that is 10 years old and absolutely love it, but everyone else is completely past it and beyond it and whatnot, where I tend to squirrel things away and say, you know what? That to me is interesting enough, and if it's good enough, it's going to last. And this series is obviously one that's lasted. So now taking it up, I'm interested in playing through the next two, and I'm seeing how well the changes and improvements and modifications in the story, where they all go. So I think that did its job.
I also find the story immensely satisfying on a number of levels. And
I do notice elements, though. I do notice some similarities or certain things in sci-fi in general that they're derivative or just have its foundations and roots in other ones. There's nothing here wholly new or original or whatever else. It's just their different take on it and assembled in a different way and order. So, but still, I find that it definitely has the depth that is far more satisfying than many others that don't have that.
Yeah, like I said, you can make that easy parallel to what Halo is doing, right? This idea of
I saw Halo, I saw Aliens, I saw Babylon 5, I saw Star Trek, and there's all kinds of different elements in there that have all been, hey, let's cherry pick. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. So many others do the same thing and assemble those building blocks, Legos, in a different way. And this one was definitely good.
Yeah. So in the next two games, they really do.
No spoilers.
They refine the combat. So I think it still never quite gets to the kind of Destiny level of smoothness where you feel I'm being a badass all the time. But it starts to get out of your way. It starts to get out of your way where you're not like, oh, I had a bad time in that because I couldn't get my gun to do what I wanted or because I couldn't do this or that. And they also do a lot. For instance, they take the Mako out. That's just gone. A lot. In fact, actually, for a game that was very well reviewed and was reasonably successful in terms of sales, BioWare changed more about this game between 1 and 2 than you would ever expect most other studios to make. Like, I would say there's more difference between Mass Effect 1 and 2 than there is between Halo 1 and 2 or between Halo 2 and 3.
I'd be curious if that was out of desire or feedback. Whether the fans spoke up and said, hey, it's a great game, but... Or did they, after playing it after so long, said, you know what, we really need to polish certain things?
I think they wanted to polish certain things. I also think they wanted to... I think this was very popular within the ranks of people who like to play RPGs. I think they started to go after, like a lot of the other guys have done, like they've done with Elder Scrolls and Fallout. They want to go to a broader audience, and that means taking out a lot of the fiddly bits.
All the complexity and
making the
interactivity.
role-play elements less complicated. It means tinkering with the inventory. The inventory system here is very flexible and powerful, but it's also kind of cumbersome. And so they had to examine, well, how much enjoyment is that really providing versus how much complexity does it prevent? And if you ignore it, like if you went in and said, well, I could upgrade my guns, but I don't need to, holy crap, man! I mean, you're in for a world of pain if you don't put attention into doing that. And the game would let you just ignore it. It would just let you ignore that. Whereas, you're playing a shooter, you're playing Halo, you don't have to worry about that. You pick up the guns as you want. Pick up the gun you like.
The winner and still photographer Mickey Keenan's. For me though, I definitely want to see more of it. But to be honest, I don't like having super badassness through my gameplay all the time.
Right.
Because that to me, it gets lazy. It takes you out of it. You realize you're playing a game and the immersion is gone. I like being in one where there is risk. I like being in one where there's worry. I like the immersion of me really being there and worrying about whether I die or not and whether I progress or not. That to me is a mark of a good game, because then you feel invested in it. You're there. You are really playing this character. You are really in this environment, and there's a real threat. And if your continuation is going to be cut short by either your behavior or inaction or inaction, then yeah, I find that a hell of a lot more enjoyable as far as gameplay goes. If you're running as a badass all the time who's got the superpower armor, can kill everything in a room with a button throw, what's the point?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that Twilight Zone episode where the gambler is in hell, where he wins every single game. What's the point? There's no enjoyment from that. So, no, I like there being risk. I like there being fear, and that to me makes it real.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I think works about, say, Half-Life, as opposed to Halo, because the protagonist in Half-Life is not supposed to be a soldier. He's not supposed to be the best soldier ever.
Yeah, he's like, but glasses and crowbar.
Master Chief is supposed to be the best soldier ever, which basically means that when you mess up, you're letting the Master Chief down.
Right.
But when you do anything well in Half-Life, it's like, wow, you're a physicist who shot a guy. Kudos. And they eventually reference that, because there's a bit near the climax of Half-Life 2 where they've got the Administrator Breen character, who's voiced by Robert Culp before he died, basically pointing out that it was kind of ridiculous that his soldiers and the aliens were unable to stop a person who had apparently never had any military training and had spent the interval between the two games unable to get any.
Right.
Because basically you're in some unknown place between Half-Life 1 and 2. A lot of time has passed and they don't explain where you were. You may have been in some alternate dimension in suspended animation or something.
Oh, I guess in Normandy we're going back to ignoring people needing help.
Yeah, we're also going back to the male shepherd that I only ever see in this cutscene because I never play one.
Because you never actually play him.
Nope.
Oh man. Well, thanks everyone for going through our playthrough.
My shepherd is Jennifer Hale. Period.
Yep.
Absolutely. Period.
I can't disagree. But then again, I haven't played it myself. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this run that we did of the female shepherd all through the original Mass Effect. And yeah, so we are going to be taking on the next one, correct?
Yes.
Maybe?
So what I'll be doing
is there co-op?
No,
or is it going to be another playthrough
there's no co-op in any of them.
Okay, so any interactivity or would have to be from a single player aspect if I wanted to get into it.
But if I'm able to convince you, like I said, you're already more interested now than you were at the beginning.
Yes, I'm far more curious.
I'm sure all of these games can be gotten probably for sale now or used on eBay.
I could get them anytime. It's just time to play.
So maybe by the time Mass Effect 3 comes along, maybe you'll play that one and I'll watch.
Oh, that would be dangerous and or painful. But yeah, I think we could probably do
that. The gameplay, in terms of combat anyway, the differences between 2 and 3 aren't as stark. as the difference
So,
between 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think the frustration of first, since I wouldn't do that, I think starting with 2 or 3 for me would definitely be better.
Well, I'd say 3 because I want to play 2. I really like 2.
Oh, really? Oh, fine. All right. You're going to play 2 then.
And now we'll be going back to the 360 because
there's no emulation.
There's no emulation for the other 2 games yet. I don't know why. They've got all 3 Gears of War games, or maybe even all 4. I don't know.
Is there emulation for 3?
For what? For Gears of War 3?
Mass Effect 3. No, Mass Effect 3.
Not 2 or 3, as far as I know. Only the first one. I don't know why.
The first one.
Maybe they just haven't added it yet, or maybe no one's asked for it yet.
Maybe the changes going to the Unreal Engine weren't an option or something.
But because... Well, no, see, that's what I don't think, because Gears of War uses the Unreal Engine, and I think 2 and 3 use a similar version of it that's in Mass Effect.
Somebody forgot to carry the 1.
It shouldn't be a big, huge problem to do. I just think that they haven't done it. But because of the way the emulator works here, I've got my saved games from this run are in the cloud, and they are available even to a real 360. So I should be able to import this Shepard that we just did into Mass Effect 2. So I don't have to recreate her appearance, and it will carry through the major choices that are made in the game. There's also a little, I might play this just so you can see it. There's actually a little interactive graphic novel thing that you go through if you're not doing the import. Let's say, like, for instance, if you didn't play Mass Effect, but you bought Mass Effect 2 and you don't want to go back and play the old one, there was this other app that you could run. It was like a little interactive comic book, and it walked you through the major plot choices that have an effect on what Mass Effect 2 shows you. Now, obviously, there are a lot of choices you make, and this is where a lot of people get pissed off. A lot of people get pissed off, and they look at how few decisions that really is, and they say, well, that means my other decisions don't matter. And that's not true. Because, like I said, most of the time what you're deciding is who your character is.
Right. Not necessarily the flow of events and how they turn out.
Not necessarily what the results are, but what your intentions are. Not necessarily what happens, but how you think and feel about what is happening is what really matters. Like, for instance, like Rex, right? Rex could have died. That's a big thing. So you have to go through and make that choice, because if Rex is dead, he's not in the next games. But if he's alive, he will be. Now, again, you also have to consider, right? You're a studio, you're making a game. You don't want to spend too much time on content that not everybody's going to see. So what it means is that the characters who might have died, their roles, even if they live in the future games, are reduced. So, for instance, I think even if Kaidan had lived, I don't know if he's a full-time crew member in both of the next 2 games. Rex, I know, is not. Rex will have a role in the game because we did save him, but he won't necessarily be a crew member you take on all your missions all the time. But he will be there. And that could be true of anybody who could have died, like Kaidan could have, Kaidan can die, and like he did in our run, or it could have been Ashley. But because Ashley didn't die, Ashley will be in our game till the end.
Darn it. I mean, that's probably a good thing.
And other decisions will have an effect. There are lots of things, and sometimes it's just little things. Like, for instance, I know that if we had saved the scientist in the DLC mission in the last time, then we could possibly have met her in the future.
Really?
Or I think we would have gotten at least an email. There's basically, they give you an email terminal where they give you little messages from people that you met in the first game to kind of follow up on what happened to them after you encountered them. And if they're dead, obviously you don't get those. In some cases, you just get a different message. That Batarian guy, Balak, if we had saved the hostages and instead let him go, then we would have had a chance to confront him a second time later. But because we killed him in that last mission, it'll be somebody else doing that role.
Right.
So I will be importing this character, if at all possible, into the game. I think I might play the little comic book thing anyway, just so you can see it. I don't think it takes that long to actually run through it.
All right.
But we'll do that next time.
All right,
and then on
so,
to Mass Effect 2.
Yay! That would be fun. So tune us in next time, and thanks everyone for sticking through our shall we say, not the most fantastically executed version of Mass Effect ever, but hey, we hope you enjoyed it, because I know we did.
Went smoother than my first playthrough, at least after a while. I mean, like I said, that final mission gave me headaches the first two, but I really was not that high level. Like I said, I was maybe 44 or 45, I think, and I may have been 46 or so by the time I finished it.
Let's make sure we overlevel the next one.
Boss fight was really tough, but the first time through, I didn't really examine all the systems. Like, I think I did pay early attention to upgrading the weapons, right? Because that was very clear. It's like, oh, okay, that was a Lancer 3, and this is a Lancer 4. It's better. I'll switch to it. But I didn't pay attention to the upgrades. So, like, some of my guns had no upgrades in any of those slots, or else I put one in and then never re-examined it again. And so, I had all low-level upgrades in my gun slots, even though I had picked up, 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 ranked upgrades. And I didn't know you had to do that. It hadn't occurred to me. And the game doesn't necessarily, bang at you and make you do it. It isn't as clear. Like, for instance, in Destiny, you're always very conscious of your light level, right? The game is throwing that up there. It tells you. It restricts your access to activities based on your light level. If you're underleveled, it tells you. And at a certain low level, it basically tells you, nope, you're not doing anything. You're not doing any damage at all. Go away. Come back at a higher light level. And the game doesn't tell you that. You could be a reasonably high level and just be using the wrong gun with the wrong ammo and the wrong upgrades in the slots and just be having a terrible time. And there isn't anything that pops up and tells you, hey, go pay attention to those things. You've got to investigate it yourself.
So we'll leave you to decide whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. But tune us again next time, and we'll be taking on Mass Effect 2.
Yes, Mass Effect 2.
After the Armageddon.
Next time.